You can imagine that every opinion you have about a code base is like looking at a pile of art from a different angle. Now we have different tools to do this, and we have the ability to ask AI systems to generate 3D models. The C programming language, combined with the cultures around it on your specific team, are going to be pretty much the extent of information density that humans can process. It might evolve over time, but our ability to recognize names in the C programming language is going to be very similar to our image recognition capacity. That's why I've been practicing making art and experiencing the different media. Having a concept of flow and the amount of liquid in a marker, for example, helps me conceptualize the amount of attention that I might pay to a specific set of symbols. Then as I'm evaluating code bases, I can make rough approximations based on art that I've experienced that feels similar depending on how I've embodied the concept of that art. So this does require, and not necessarily intense meditation, but the amount of meditation and the frequency, I would say, I'm just speaking off the top of my mind. There are varying intensities to the types of meditation, and I intentionally try to conceptualize my meditations along a consistent strand. Different tasks engage different energies, and the question that I ask or the ways that I wonder about the energy that I have embodied and externalized depends. But I can show you some of the art that I've been processing for the past 2 years as I've been considering the Rust and Go programming languages. I've also continued with TypeScript, but that's more because of the familiar structures that I've been navigating, and I don't specifically explore novel structures with TypeScript, or haven't been recently. So the language learning muscles of exploring Rust and Go towards meaning making, towards being able to describe a project cohesively, coherently, fluently, to be able to come up with some sort of lexical scheme. Those are the muscles that I've been practicing for the past 2 years and examining my art code base, my art ecosystem. There are stylistic elements to my art ecosystem and, stylistic and thematic elements to my art ecosystem. I have a style for abstract construction as I'm playing with different concepts, with different media, and I ink different ways. And then just throughout the year, I wrap each holiday, I approach each holiday, and then I say goodbye to the elements around it. And I consider the seasons and relate to the time and explore the concepts around those spaces. Electrochemistry and linguistic physics are going to be interesting to me. Cognitive physics, maybe. Those are the lower level sensory and learning. I feel like there's a better way to describe that, but relating to my senses and relating to my learning process, those are the dimensions that I would consider the lower level languages. The reason I explore those is to remain grounded and have a clear connection to when I can notice that something seems strange and be able to produce language that is meaningful outside of myself so someone can navigate what I am considering. This won't necessarily always be easy, but I can do what I can to make my environment support the possibility that it might. And part of that is by developing the processes and relating them to the potential flux and having a relationship to dynamics and building relationships with stabilizing structures. Maybe that was abstract. It's felt abstract for me at times.